by me because we're not gonna have any fights on any trolls this year. No trolls this year. So the chat will be disabled for like 10 days. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for the disabled camera. Okay, give me 1 second, folks. Set my ass down on the seat. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. So, I'm here to talk about giving some advice to y'all. You're not gonna be able to ask me any questions, so I'm just gonna give you an advice for any. If you're chatting with some woman online or whatever in person, if she's ignoring you, that means she's not interested. Okay, just screw it and move on. Okay? If she's giving you a hard time ignoring you, move on the best you can. Because she is no good for your life. Do not let someone in your life, if you're thinking about it, like your parents will say, hey hon, she's not good enough for you. Your parents might think she's making it clear she's not interested. You know? Like your parents teaches you, always be a man, always watch out for red flags. So I made these, I'll talk about these messages here in a few, but not on my phone. These messages, I'm going to give you advice. Okay? So there's no chat because I disabled it from any troll harassment the other day. But I made this other juice into this flip bottle right there with ginger beer and right there. I added to this. I put it in the sunlight and it started bubbling. And this thing is active. If you put it in the sunlight, it will produce alcohol. But you gotta burp it every day. You gotta burp it. If you don't, the glass will explode like a bomb. You don't want that to explode. The liquid will spill everywhere. You might have shards of glass in the floor waiting for you to clean up. Okay? But this glass can handle a little pressure, but I don't know about strong pressure. But just be mindful of your safety. Okay? I'm paying attention, making sure there's no cracks, no weaknesses in the glass. So I use this drink called Smart Juice Organic. It's called tart cherry, red grape, purple carrot, green blueberry. So I added to this. So this is my own ginger beer juice. So I got these from Food Line, so I use my cash for this to make my own brewing. So that's what I like about brewing. It's about being yourself. But listen to this. You might hear this. You hear that? It's a good sign. It's active. Close it up. You keep this thing active if you can. Just be really extra careful, doesn't spill everywhere. And this thing is doing its thing to produce more alcohol. I will let it sit for this for a couple days. But you can share with your family, but don't share with anyone you don't know. Because I know you guys don't know me, but You're my YouTube fans out there. I could trust you guys, but as long as you're not harassing me though, you're fine. That's why I add some juice to it, into the ginger beer itself. Okay? That's my own brewing. And nobody will not mess with me. So let's get back to my advice, okay? About what if you do if a girl doesn't text you back, or if you're interested in her as well. For my example, if she's not interested in you, screw it, man. Screw it, because she's giving you a hard time. She's ignoring your messages, bro. I gotta tell you is, don't push your energy into her. She just don't. Do not waste your time on her. She's not good enough for you. The reason why I say that, because just screw it, bro. Don't ever think she's gonna reply any sooner or a month. It's not gonna happen. Because if you made a mistake, it happens in life. I know it's life, but if you said something wrong and she's ignoring you, well, that's on you, buddy. But I always make mistakes, but I would do is learn from it. Depends on your context in your message. If it gets misinterpreted by your lady or whatever, no. If your messages get misinterpreted by her, means she's not interested and she's ignoring you. Okay? Because this shit's true. Because all men around in society don't date any women. You know? But men do date any women in young ages. They don't understand, but I do realize it's not a good time for me at all, you know? I was in my 20s at that time, but I'm 24. I'm still in my 20s, but I was 20 years old looking for a nice relationship, whatever, something relaxing, something, something romantically I like. But if you're like me, do not do that. Just come across desperate across the route, okay? People might get uncomfortable, okay? But don't waste your life on anything, because you gotta find a volunteer opportunity, you gotta find everything. But, by the way, the church hasn't called me yet for a volunteer opportunity, which is bullshit. You know? It sucks, bro. My job is to produce more stuff at home. Something like that. It's doing a good job. And that's what I want to see. But this morning I put in the sunlight, it starts to bubble. So that's a good sign. It's getting less alcohol. Okay? But be careful. It might go up to 5% of alcohol. Depends on the limit. Okay? Be really extra careful. Alright guys. I might go ahead and end the video from here today, the live stream. So I hope you guys have a good blessed day out there. Just make sure don't make a mistake messaging anyone, or your messages might get misinterpreted by her, because she might clearly ignore you. Just send up a hey, how are you? That's it. That's all you have to do. She might respond. Depends on her, okay? Alright guys, be mindful next time, okay? Move forward. Alright? Alright folks, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.